Hey guys, so just a follow up to the practice video I posted earlier, and maybe something you can practice at home now before you hit the mountains this weekend. So first things first, I'm not an instructor, I'm not an expert, and I'm by no means a master. I'm just your average guy with a passion for snowboarding, and I wanted to use this account to help share some of the things I've picked up along the way. My goal is to make these things quick and easy to understand, so I'll try to keep them simple without being too technical. So with that said, let's get to it. Tips on how to tail press. Now the tail press is a very basic beginner ground trick and one that will be the basis to many more that you may learn. In fact, it was actually the first trick I learned when I first started riding, even before I knew what ground tricks or buttering was. It's a relatively easy trick, it doesn't require switch riding, and you'll be staying planted on the ground. Well, at least part of you will be staying planted on the ground. Some general tips or things I will go over in this video. 1. A press is all about your body positioning. We're not trying to force our nose to go up. We're going to be using our board and our body weight to get into the press. 2. Don't worry about how high or low your press is. A locked-in low press is going to look way better than an unstable high press, especially one that you keep falling on. 3. The goal isn't to touch the tail of your board either. We want to be balanced on the board, not bending down trying to grab it. And 4, I'm obviously practicing indoors, and it's going to feel a lot different on the snow. But practice makes perfect, and strapping in at home is just one way to work on body positioning and balance. So with that said, let me get into my board. All right, so now that we are strapped in, let's go over point number 1. Presses, or in this case a tail press, is all about body positioning. When people first try a tail press, their instinct usually is to just pull their nose up. But this doesn't really work. They can also try bending their leg and then pulling this one up. But again, it doesn't really work. So what do I mean by body positioning? When we ride normally, our weight is roughly centered on our board. For a tail press, we want to move or shift all of our weight towards our tail, which will then lift the nose of our board up. Again, if our weight is centered, we just lean and shift this over the tail, and it lifts the nose up. One more time, centered weight, shift over the tail. Now we're in a press. Point number 2, don't worry about the height of your press, especially when you're first learning. You really just want to focus on taking your weight and shifting it over the tail. As I said in the beginning of this video, remember, a good-looking tail press is one that you can hold, not one that you keep falling on. And to be honest, as you get better, you'll learn exactly how your board likes to balance, and you'll find that you'll be able to get this higher. Point number 3, don't try to grab the tail of your board, or rather, keep in mind that the goal isn't to touch your tail. What we're really working on is this overall body positioning and being able to balance and hold this while riding. And point number 4, just practice, whether it's in your living room or on the mountain. Just working on these basic fundamentals will do a lot in terms of your progress. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful and something you can work on today before you get back to the slopes. If you have any questions, please let me know down below, and I'll try to answer it as soon as I can. I hope to post more of these videos in the coming weeks, so just get out there and be safe.